What's up, guys? Another episode of Do What You Love, Love What You Do. A little bit different show. It's just going to be your boy today. It's just going to be me. I'm going to be talking about my book. Very excited about that. It will be released last week in July. It will be on Amazon. So right now we're just taking pre-orders. That's going very well. Very excited about the support and the feedback I'm getting. You can actually go ahead and go to the website and pre-order that right now, and I have some special gifts I'm giving away. And actually, if you go ahead and pre-order, I'm going to send you an extra book for free that you can give away for a friend. Now, I'm going to sign both copies, one to you and then one to your friend or whoever you want to give it to. And then you can actually download the first chapter of the book. And so I just released that. Very excited. Got a lot of positive feedback so far. I know it's my first one, so it might be some grammar mistakes or some other things, formatting issues that I may have missed. But I tried my best to make it as perfect as possible the first go around. And so I just want to share some thoughts with you about the book and maybe answer some questions that I've been getting that I know are going to come here real soon. And so there will be a book signing in Texas, in Mansfield, Texas. That's our first book signing. And then we'll have one in North Carolina as well. The first one is on August 5th in Texas, and there'll be more information on that if you want to attend. Another one will be in North Carolina, in Greensboro. And then, of course, we'll have one out here in Richmond, Virginia, where I'm currently living at. And so definitely just, again, very excited about what we've been able to produce and put out content, and definitely want to just spend some time with you guys, just me and you. I know usually I have a guest, and we've been doing a lot of shows on entrepreneurship. So I had last show was Johnny Bailey on here, Sean Hart family, whose business model is actually similar to ours, and who I'm following very closely because I want to do the same thing that he's doing on the East Coast in DC and impacting different colleges and different students there. And those are the things that we want to do at Dreamchaser Academy. And so the first question that I want to answer for you guys is, what is Dreamchaser Academy? And so when I first initially thought of it, it was just called Dream Chasers. And the first thing that might have came to your mind if you listen to music is Meek Mill's. I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a group called Dream Chasers. I wasn't really familiar with that. But a lot of people told me. He said, "Hey, yeah, you might be copying off of Meek Mill." So, we had apparel out or whatever, even though our messages were different, but we stuck with that. And at first, it was designed to be like a network of people, a network of entrepreneurs or people in corporate professionals who are in think tanks, and we did conference calls to motivate each other. We had special guests on the calls to kind of guide our mindsets and answer any burning questions that we have from different avenues and different professions that maybe could share some knowledge with us. And so that group grew, and as we grew, people started to get more busy and things like that. And so it was a trial and error type deal where we had just figured out where we wanted to go with it. And so as we kept going, and I started hitting some personal goals of mine and started checking some things off my goal list, a friend of mine reached out to me and said, "Hey, why don't you," his name is Daniel Brooks. He actually runs all of our youth programs and mentorships for our youth and develops the curriculum for that. And he would say, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and let's make this like a school, like an educational format." And so that's where Dreamchaser Academy came, and it was formed. And we've just taken that brand to a whole nother level this past year with our podcast, our website, our YouTube video that you're watching now, different things that we've been able to accomplish with putting out our first book, doing a couple of events. We've partnered up with SFP Athletics to do some sporting events and promote a positive attitude and promote student athletics and student athletes and scholarship. What does it mean to be a scholar athlete? To do some things and bring some athletes in to speak to our children. So we've been able to do some things like that. and we're looking to do more of that this upcoming school year. And so we definitely wanted the academy to part to be an educational format, not only for students, but for young adults and professionals to encourage lifelong learning, encourage promoting healthy, strong relationships, and then work on yourself individually, whether spiritually, financially, physically. So we definitely want to promote that and use our platform as a resource for people to come to. Then also the biggest part is use our platform to share stories of other individuals who have accomplished big things and who have gone through some of the things that we struggle with or we are challenged with, and be able to promote their stories and share their stories through our podcast and our YouTube channel and through other our revenues like our blog, and be able to reach out to them so we can connect with them and we can identify ourselves with them, so that maybe we can learn something from them. And that's the whole objective of Dreamchaser Academy. And that's where we're going. And eventually we want to be a physical location. Where that is, I don't know. It's all up to a lot of things in place. Of course, funding is the biggest thing, funding and figuring out what kind of resources that we can have to make it happen. So the next question I mentioned, guys, you see me looking at the screen, I'm looking at the question, guys, but next question is, why did you write the book? Wow. So let me back up. So I started writing another book, right? I'm not going to tell you that because I'm going to put that one back. I started writing another book, and that's where the book cover came from. But during my devotion and my spiritual time, God showed me something else. And I just started writing, waking up early in the morning before my family got up, and doing a lot of writing and praying. And so I just started writing. And of course, I took some nuggets and from my first book and content from things that I've learned. But so I came up with some of the principles and strategies that have helped me reach some goals, and some principles and strategies that I know that are proven that have helped a lot of people. And I present it in a different way, a easy to read way. The book is an easy read. It's under 100 pages. And that's why I wrote the book, to really challenge myself. Really, I really challenge myself. But I understand that people are in my shoes who want to live a more productive life, who want to live within their purpose, who wants to live at peace. And maybe you are chasing that dream while you're working a 9-to-5, sort of like myself, who currently I'm a teacher, and I love teaching. I feel like I'm in my purpose, I'm in my calling. But we know teaching doesn't pay the bills. So, finding avenues and finding different services that maybe one day can help me reach some maybe financial goals that I want to reach for me and my family. And so, that was the biggest reason I wrote the book, to share some of the strategies and principles that I'm living by that has helped me become a better man, a better husband, a better father, a better friend, a better mentor, a better business person. And you really need this book if you are looking to really take that next leap. And I share those things with you that I know will help you. I guarantee if you do these 5 things consistently, you will see an increase of productivity in every area in life that you're focusing on and that you want to improve. And so that's the reason why I wrote this book, is to help somebody, everybody, anybody who reads this book, and be a blessing to them, that if they apply these 5 principles, maybe you only apply 3 out of 5, but I guarantee you, if you apply 3 out of 5, that you will see a drastic mindset change, right? And if you change your mind, you change your life. And so definitely that's why I wrote the book, for those reasons. Next question is, did you ever think you would write a book? No. So I can tell you a funny story. I didn't fail English 9, but if you get a C- in college, that is technically failing. So I got a C minus in English. Didn't take it serious. I took it next semester and same exact courses. Assignments, and I actually got like a B plus or something like that. But I never really seen myself as a writer. Never seen myself as an author either. I journaled a lot. And me and my boys, I was the worst one, of course. We had like a little studio, little group. Shout out to all the Crash Click and Something Fire. We used to record back in the house, or one of my homeboys, he finally got an apartment. We had a little studio, we just record there. And so I was the worst one. So I never really been like an artistic person or a writer per se. But so no, I did not ever think I'd write a book. But I feel like a book is a way to share a message, can reach a lot of people. A book can really you're leaving a stamp on the world, a legacy. So my son can be like, hey, when he has kids, hey, this is your grandfather's book. This is what he's left the world with this message. And so, no, I did not ever think I'd write a book. Who inspires me? Wow. This was really easy. The first person that inspires me, of course, is Jesus Christ. Just what he went through, the things that he done, the message he taught, the people he helped. I would have to say my parents, man, like just watching them work so hard to where they're at now, to where we came from, like, the sacrifices they made for me. Yeah, so it was my mom and dad, and then, of course, my grandfather who owned a car shop back in Fort Worth, Texas. Just sitting there watching him work. He put me to work at an early age, cutting yards, cutting his land that he had at different houses, real estate. And my other grandfather who pastored a church, watching him maneuver through the city of Fort Worth and build a name for himself. And then both of my grandmothers, man, who were just strong. My grandmother to this day is still working. She still does taxes. And she told me a story that, my grandfather who ran a car shop, they never been audited. And for a black business during that time, they were doing well, was unheard of. So kudos to my grandmother who held down the books down in Holly's garage. And, let's see, my wife inspires me, man. My wife inspires me every day. My son inspires me. So I have a closed circle. It's really a group of friends and family who I look up to, and I watch their lives, and I take something from each of them and try to apply it to my life. And so that's who inspires me. What motivates me? Man, I just said it. So what motivates me every day is my wife and my son. Like, I know the kind of life that my wife wants to live, and I know the kind of life I want to provide for my son. So those things on top of being able to, with me, where we live at, and being that we're not around family a lot. So being able to one day be able to take care of her parents and my parents, if need be in a position to do that. So that motivates me every day to get up and bust my tail and do what I need to do to put ourselves in a position financially to be able to take care of them, and then help as many people along the way and show them that it can be done. Not to say that we won't struggle or we haven't struggled or we're not struggling now, but to say that if we stay consistent and with the things that we know we have to do and stay positive and stay disciplined, that we'll be able to accomplish a lot of things, and that we'll get there, and that we get there. And so when you have that strong why, like there's no quit. So whenever there feel days like I don't feel like doing anything, or I didn't feel like writing, or I don't feel like doing this video, I just think about my wife and my son, and think about what can be done if I'm not doing this. So what would our life be like, or what can it be like, and what will it be like if I don't get this done? And so sharing that message and thinking about that all the time really motivates me to keep going. Let's see, another question is, how many books do you plan on writing? And so, man, I don't know, man. This is gonna be a series. Dreamchaser 102, 103, 104, 105. I'm like LeBron. Not one, not two, not three, not four. But I don't know. However, the Lord speaks to me. However, God speaks to me. However, He wants me to share His message. Like, I'm just a tool. I just ask God to use me however He wants, and I just listen to Him, and whatever He wants me to share that maybe inspires and motivate, or just really educate others. Not really about motivating people anymore. It's about educating people so they can make their own decision. And so, hopefully, one book a year will be my goal moving forward, and that will be it right there. Next book is What is Dream Chasing 101 series. Really haven't figured that out yet. I just know it's going to be a series that seed was planted in my heart to produce a few books from the series. So don't know where it's going. I know I have to definitely trust the process and just get better, become a better writer, become a better reader myself, become a better business person, a better marketer, so that way I could reach more people out in the world to share my message with. It says, what do you think is the most important principle discussed in your book? It has to be have faith. That's the last chapter in the book before I share my final thoughts. I think faith plays an instrumental role in my life. Well, I know it plays an instrumental role in my life and the things that I have accomplished, and the big goals and dreams that I want to accomplish, and just following different successful people. They always mention that staple in their life, that faith, seeing, actually having vision and seeing things already happening, but don't know how it's gonna happen, but they already see it. Like I've already pictured Dreamchaser Academy having a physical location, and like students wearing shirt and tie, students wearing blazers, getting awards, walking away with business plans, leaving the 8th grade with business models, going on and doing extraordinary things, walking around the hallways in something we never seen before, in an educational setting, having teachers, paying teachers, 6 figures in the classroom to teach these innovative ways to learn math and science, and teaching a group of students to be outstanding writers. So, that takes a lot of faith. And the bigger the dream, the more faith. And so, I know they say you have faith of a mustard seed. But I think you really have to understand that that faith walk is something between you and God. And you just have to, when God shares something with you, a vision, He's giving it to you for a reason. And then you turn around and you trust Him to ask God how. And then you put in the work to make it happen. And so I think faith is the biggest principle that I share in the book. So I was asked this question on Facebook by another entrepreneur. It says, what makes your book different from the millions of other self-help personal development books out there? I don't know. I really don't. But I know that I was given this message to share with the masses, and maybe the way that I present it, it can, it can be interpreted a different way from other books. Like I said, I leave you with a lot of self-reflection questions at the end of each chapter. Leave you some things to think about that can help you, take any part of your life to the next level. And then I just present it in a way where I'm sharing stories, and it's very personal. A lot of these stories are personal from my experience. And so I try to connect to the reader that, like, they're with me on the journey. Like, I'm with you on this journey every step of the way. And so one thing that makes it different, another thing that makes it different is, like, I'm not bragging about some of the things that I've accomplished. I'm not boasting. I'm not trying to become, sell 1,000,000 books. If that happens, that's cool. But I really wrote this book to help people and to share a message of that you can reach your goals. You can accomplish those dreams. You can reach those objectives that you want in life, in any area that you like, if you follow these 5 principles. And so, I'm not sure it's different. I'm not sure that you might not have heard it before, but the way I present it in the book is one is it's original. And we talk about all these self-help books and motivation books. Everything, every book I read, those principles are biblical principles. They come from the Bible. So, and a lot of those things that people are saying that you're doing are all biblical principles. So, definitely the number one self-help motivational book is the Bible. So, I don't think nobody can argue with that. But definitely, my book is biblical based. It's structured in a way that anybody could read it. It's structured in a way that a middle schooler could understand the principles and the strategies that I share. And then it's also structured in a way that's going to challenge you. It's going to challenge your thinking. So again, like I said earlier, you change your mind, you'll change your life. So it's really developing that a different mindset and that positive, optimistic attitude that you too can achieve your goals. Like maybe some of the people that you see on TV that share their stories and things that they're accomplished. That can be, you can have the Me Too attitude with that. Again, another question was, why should someone read this book? This book is something that you need to keep on your desk. Like, you need this book. Let me see what my book is. Oh, see this book right here, right? Dreamchaser 101. You need to keep this book on you at all times because of the things I just mentioned earlier, right? You might be struggling with some particular area at your job or in your life or some personal area, but the principles that I share in the book, you can go back and look at those things, and I'm pretty sure you can find something that can help you if you might be challenging or struggling in a particular area in your life. And so that's why you need this book right here. And you need to read it. You need to give, after you read it, you either purchase a copy for somebody else or you give them your copy. And like I said, right now, if you go ahead and pre-order, I'm actually going to send you 2 of these. Like I said, it's an easy read. I think shout out to my cover, Gary Ellis Art, who did my cover for me. I think the cover really sells the book right there with the words on front. Got dreamality. That's the word I made up, right? So when you make your dreams turn into a reality, that's actually the title of the book. Then you got gratitude, grind, adversity, consistency, self-control. Those are some of the things that we'll discuss in the book. And what is your ultimate goal? My ultimate goal is to become a millionaire, and not just a millionaire who says they made $1 million. But when I say a millionaire, I mean a millionaire. The impact that I can have as a millionaire, because I will have resources to help more people reach their goals, and resources that I will be able to have my hands on because of who I know and what I know, and how I can get those resources to help as many people as I can. And so being a millionaire is the money, of course, is good. Everybody wants to have that money, but I'm more for the resources that I can have to help a lot of people. And I mentioned earlier, the ultimate goal is to have Dreamchaser Academy to become a school for not only K through 12, for adults as well, to promote that lifelong learning. I believe that being an educator myself, I believe that you have to stay um, educated. You have to keep learning. You have to learn something every day. Stay on top of your game. I know they said Warren Buffett reads something crazy, something like 10 books a week maybe. But all the people who are making impact in the world, tremendous impact to the world, and who we deem successful, they're avid readers. And so I thought, if I want to make my impact on the world, I want to share a message. Why not write a book? And so that's another reason I wrote the book. So that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. If you like this episode, just go back and listen to the old episodes, man. We have about, I think this is episode number 18, so we have a few that you can listen to. It's on iTunes. Listen on your way to work. Listen on the website. Listen on YouTube. For those of my Android users, not losers. Users, Android users, you can listen on YouTube, or you can listen on our website at dreamchaseracademy.net. Hey guys, I love you guys, man. Go out and pre-order the book, purchase the book, man. Support Dreamchaser Academy. It's just not a brand. It's a lifestyle that we're promoting, a lifestyle change, a mindset change that we're promoting here with Dreamchaser Academy. I look forward to growing with you guys. And like my boy Zig Ziglar said, I see you at the top.